Hi grade 6, welcome back to another lesson of ukulele. Today we are going to be learning one of the most famous pieces of all time. It is a Baroque piece made during the Baroque era, but we're going to be learning it in a very classical style. So we're not going to be focusing on polyphony, which was very predominant in the Baroque era, but we're going to be focusing on homophony, which was very predominant in the classical era. So this is what we have. Canon in D by Pachelbel. Let's take a listen. Alright, so before we begin our melody, one thing that will really help us is if we know our scales. Never neglect the scales. The scales will allow you to be able to see where all the notes are. It's like a map showing you where you step on the right spots and where you don't hit the bombs. So let's try not to hit the bombs because we have the scale, and the scale is our map showing us our footsteps. So we're going to start off here. It's in the key of D. Alright, so that's our D major. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find D. D is on the second fret of the C string, right there. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. That's our Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Every scale has 7 notes, all right? 7 notes. And so we can give those notes a number. And that's what we do as professional musicians. So we're going to go 1, 2. So I'm not saying the fret numbers. I'm saying the degrees they are in the scale, okay? So this would be fret 2 and fret 4. But in terms of their position in the scale, this is 1, 2. The key that we're in, so if we're in the key of D, that means D would be number 1. If we were in the key of C, that means C would be number 1. Any key you're in, that means that letter is number 1. So if we're in the key of E, number 1 will be E. If we're in the key of F sharp, number 1 will be F sharp, and so on, okay? So here we are. 1, 2, which is fret number 2, 4. We're going to use our index ring on the C string. Then we go down to our E string, and we're going to play 3, 4, 5, which is, in terms of fret numbers, 2, 3, 5. But in terms of the scale numbers, it's 3, 4, 5. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, two things I really want you to watch out for. In every scale, 3 and 4 are back to back, meaning they're right next to each other. Okay? So 1 and 2 have a space in between. 2 and 3, if I was doing on this string, 2 and 3 would have a space in between. But 3 and 4 do not have a space in between. Okay? They're always back to back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we go 6, 7, 1 on the A string, which is 2, 4, 5, using your index, ring, pinky. Okay? 2, 4, 5. So try that slow. Index, ring, index, middle, pinky, index, ring, pinky. In terms of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So notice how we have two ones. One over here on the 5th fret of the A string and one over here on the 2nd fret of the C string. That means that that's the exact same note but in different registers. So this is our low D, this is our high D. Okay? So that's our scale going vertically. That vertically means straight up, straight down. So, okay? So let's try it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Let me say it in dos. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Let's try it backwards. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Again backwards. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Notice how each finger has its own fret, okay? When we're doing this up and down, we want to maintain each finger having its own fret. So make sure you're using the exact same fingers I am. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now here's one other rule. Remember how I told you 3 and 4 are back to back? Notice how 7 and 1 are also back to back. So it doesn't matter which instrument you're playing, if it's the guitar, the piano, the ukulele, the clarinet, 3 and 4 will always be next to each other, 7 and 1. It's kind of like if you're given a 7-question test and you're told, hey, the answer to everything is D, except for number 3 and number 7. The answer is A. The only questions you'll have to remember are number 3 and 7, because everything else is D, but 3 and 7 is A. Same thing, remember 3 and 4, back to back, 7 and 1, back to back, and we're going to use that more. So that's our scale going vertically, that's our first position. Now we're going to try and take it horizontally, moving across just one string. So let's go back to our D. We're going to move this one finger, 1, 2, 3, all right, so I'm putting a space in between, 1, 2, have a space, 2, 3, have a space, but 3 and 4, back to back. All right, so let's just try it with one finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to 5, have a space. 5 to 6 has a space. 6 to 7 has a space, but what did we say about number 7? 7 to 1, no space. All right, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Then backwards. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, no space. 3, 2, 1. Let's do that 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Backwards. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Good. Now we've done that on this string. Let's take it on the A string. But we had our other one. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. That is the 5th fret of the A string. And we're just going to do the exact same thing moving horizontally. Okay? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 3 and 4, no space. 4. I'm going to use my middle finger to grab that 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then my pinky. 5, 6, 7, 1. My 1 is that 17th fret. Alright, so the second last fret on my ukulele. So 1, 2, 3, no space. 4, pinky. 5, 6, 7, no space. 1, backwards. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. 1, 2, 3, middle finger. 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Backwards. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the same thing as up here. Alright, now let's bring in our last position. So far I have 3 places where we're playing that D major scale, okay? Now we're going to take it and just make it diagonal. So we've done vertical, up and down, horizontal, left and right. Now diagonal, let's join both of them. We're going to go diagonally, okay? So we're going to take our index finger on that C string. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to move it all the way up until that 7th fret. Just our index finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to grab 5, which is the 9th fret on the C with our ring finger. So that's 5. Then we go down a string on the 7th fret of the E. 6. Then we're going to move that index finger again. 7. Then we play 1 with our middle finger. Okay, so slowly. Index, 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 ring, index, move the index, index, middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, ring finger 5, 6, 7, 1. Make sure you land on this high 1 with your middle finger. Okay, then we continue from there. We're gonna go 1, so it's a 2-octave scale, meaning we're gonna hit that 1. We're gonna have 3 different ones. So 2 octaves meaning, so we have 3 different ones, but we're gonna do the scale twice. So here it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. We finish the first octave. Now we're starting the second octave. So we start on middle on the 10th fret of the E string. We're gonna go pinky on the 12th fret of the E. So that's 1, 2. Then we go down to the A string, and we're gonna play the 9th fret of the A, 3, and 3, 4, right next to each other. So we're gonna go index, middle. So far, middle, pinky down a string, index, middle. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then our pinky's gonna play the 5, which is the 12th fret on the A. So every finger has had its own fret right up here on the second octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I keep going just with my pinky. 6 has a space, 5 to 6 has a space, 6 to 7 has a space, 7 to 1 there's no space. So that's the 17th fret. That means there should be a space right there. If your ukulele is too small, don't worry about it. But most of you have ukulele that's just size. Okay, so let's take it from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Backwards with the pinky. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, then we keep on going on that second octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's put all those 2 octaves together on that diagonal movement. 1, 2, 3, still the index, 4, ring finger, 5, down a string, 6, 7, 1 with the middle finger, pinky, 3, 4, pinky, 5, 6, 7, 1, backwards, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, index, 7, 6, ring, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we've learned our major scale in 4 different places. One time going here on the C string, going horizontally. 1 on the A string going horizontally, starting on the C string going vertically, and starting on the C string going diagonally. So let's put them all in order in that motion. So it's gonna go, move with me, you can do it. As long as you take some time just to practice it. So let's go for it right now. 3, 4, vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, backwards. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go horizontal on the C string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Horizontal on the A string. 1, 2, 3, middle 4, pinky 5, 6, 7, 1, backwards. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, diagonal from the C string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, shift. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, ring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's now put them all together without any stops, okay? I won't repeat that high 1. I'll just go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6. I only just played once and I go back. Instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so last time, then we get into our song. 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Horizontal, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On the A string, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Diagonal on the C string, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. D. All right. Now, if you have mastered all those positions, you have just made this song a lot easier for yourself. If you haven't mastered it, then things will seem a bit of a blur and you'll be trying to learn as we go. But if you have the scale, everything we're going to play in this song is in all of these positions of that scale, okay? So if you have that down, you have made this song a lot easier for yourself. So good stuff. If you haven't learned all those positions, it's going to still be a little bit tricky, all right? So try and do your best to get those parts good so the next part can be super simple. All right, so let's start it off. Here's our song. We have 4 parts, and each part we usually repeat except the 4th part. So part 1 sounds like this. Then we just repeat that. That's super easy, like it's a bit ridiculous. So we're gonna start off here on the 9th fret of the A string. Let me use my scale degrees to make this easier. So if this is my 1, 2, 3, 9th fret of the A is my 3, okay? So I'm gonna go 3, hold it for 2 beats, 2, 1, 7, 6. Then the open A string is a 5. Then I go back to that 6, 7, then repeat. 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, open A string, 5, 6, 7, and I just do that twice and you're done with part 1. For those who are like, what's going on? Why is he saying 3 and he's on the 9th fret? Let me say it now with the fret numbers. I was saying scale degrees, which is how professional musicians would talk to each other. It's important you know that, instead of us just using fret numbers all the time. So in terms of fret numbers, it's going to be 9, 7, 5, 4, 2, 0, 2, 4, and then just again, second time. All right, and that's part 1. Now part 2 is in our scale, and we're going to go like this. I mean, the whole thing is in our scale, but right here in this vertical position. So we're going to go. Then we repeat. Right there you can see there's a little more movement. With each part we're going for, there's going to be a little extra movement. And when we get to part 3, there's going to be the most movement and a bit more speed. One super thing before we continue, make sure you and your partner are moving at a moderate speed. If your partner goes at a quick speed, you will not be able to sustain the song. This is a good song, and it can be tricky to get the middle parts. Many people can go super slow. Many people can go super quick, but not everyone can go just in between. It's always the mids. It's always the middle areas what people find tricky. In many areas of life, just finding a balance. People can go every extreme, but finding the balance is always the tricky part. And this is something that I want you to be able to get. To be able to move moderately, and the right musical word would be leisurely, all right? So we're moving leisurely at our own pace. So make sure you move at a decent speed, and you keep it at the same speed. Don't start at good speed, and all of a sudden, phew, moving like a rocket ship. All right. So we start off part 2. We start with pinky right over here on the 5th fret of the A. All right. So that's 5, 4, 5 in terms of our scale numbers. 1, 7, 1. All right. So da, 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 da. Then we go to our 2nd fret of our C string. Then we come back to our 4th fret of our A string. And I grab that 4th fret this time with my middle finger because I'm going to make a G shape right over there. So I'm going to go. Then my ring finger comes up to my 5th fret of the E. Index finger comes up to my 4th fret of my C. And look, it's like I'm holding a G shape. What would have for G here? It's over here. Alright, and this is actually called A7 if you play it from here. But if you just play those 3 strings down here, from the C to the A, that's just an A chord. Alright, so we have middle, draw your A. Alright. Then I keep on going. I take my index finger and I shift to the 6th fret of the C string. Right there. Then I'm going to use my middle finger to grab where the dot is on the 7th fret of the E string. Alright, it's a bit easier for me to use that middle finger, but you can also just use your index finger, whatever works for you. But yeah, whatever works for you, because eventually we're just going to bring that pinky finger. So we're going to go. So I'm going to use my middle and that's 7. Then my pinky's going to go 10, ring finger 9, index finger 7. Alright, so pinky, ring, index, that's our 10, 9, 7. So slowly. Shift, 10, 9, 7. Again a bit slower. Then once I do that 10, 9, 7, I move my index finger again for another shift. Every time I say shift, we're just moving that index finger, which will take our whole hand. If we're not shifting, we're just staying in one position. But when we're shifting, we're moving our index finger, which takes our hand with it, okay? So we went 10, 9, 7. So I'm going to shift my index finger from the 7 to the 9, and then I play right underneath it on the A string, that 9th fret, okay? So it's going to sound like this. Shift again, index finger, and I grab right underneath it. So index finger plays that 9 there and right underneath it. Then I bring my pinky in, because to get those far notes, I really want to have a good stretch, because we're gonna leave our index finger right over there to grab some extra notes. So we're gonna go. All right, so we've done that double on the 9, 9. Pinky grabs the 12 on the A string and then grabs the 14 on the A string right there. All right. So 9, 9, 12, 14. And remember, 9 is not on the same string. It's 9 on the E, 9 on the A. Alright, so 9, 9, 12, 14. Then you come and take your middle finger, put it on the 10th fret. You should have a dot there of the A string. And right there, we're in that diagonal position, yeah? So I'm going middle index on the 10, 9, then pinky up on the 12 of the E string. Then I go back to that middle finger. So I'm doing like 4 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, think of it in groups of 4. So middle, index, pinky, middle, then I start my next group of 4, but from my index finger. Index, pinky, middle, index. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that second group is my index on the 9th fret of the A, pinky on the 12th fret of the E, middle on the 10th fret of the E, index again on the 9th fret of the E this time. So, alright, so far it's middle finger, index finger. Alright, let's try and get all the way up until there. So nice and slow. 3, go. Draw the A, shift, index, then shift, shift. Alright, and let's just actually keep on going, just so we can put it all together. Let's make sense out of it. So once we go for that, 12, 10, 9. We're going to keep moving that index finger from the 9 to the 7, to the 5, to the 3, to the 2. We're just moving it down that scale. So it's going to go. Alright, so 7, 5, 3, 2. Then we take our ring finger, put it on the 4th fret of the C, and then our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E. Alright, so we're going to go ring on the 4th fret of the C, middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E, right behind it with our index finger on the 2nd fret of the E, then back to our ring finger on the C. So, alright, those are our last 4 notes before we repeat everything on that part 2. 4, 3, 2, 4, ring, middle, index, ring. So let's take it from this high part where we do that double 9. Alright, from there. Pinky, middle finger. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Walk it back. 7, 5, 3, 2. Ring, 3, 2, 4 with a ring. Alright, let's do now the whole thing nice and slow. If you haven't yet got it, practice it by yourself and come back and do it with me. This is part 2, nice and slow. 3, 4. Draw the A, shift the index, shift, double, middle finger, index finger, walk it down, ring finger, repeat. You see how I grab that right there? It's like it's perfect hand positioning for me to grab that pinky right there again on the 5th fret. So this is going to really give you good finger dexterity, okay? If you already don't have it. A lot of you already have good finger dexterity as long as using that pinky and able to coordinate all your fingers. Alright, so let's go for it. 2 times in a row. 3, go. Shift underneath. Middle. Index. Walk it down. Ring. Start again, pinky. Alright, and that's the end of part 2. We only have one other quick part, slightly quicker than this, and then part 4 is pretty easy. Alright, so let's try part 2 a little bit quicker. 3, 4. Repeat pinky. Almost missed that one. Walk it down. Then part 3. Then repeat. Alright, might seem long, it's not really that hard, except you just have to get the speed. If your partner is going super quick, you're going to end up going like this. And you see, I'm like, whoa, it's way too quick. So you have to make sure you and your partner are managing the tempo of the song. Make sure it's moderate, nice and leisurely, okay? So once you finish that part 2, which was from the walk down, walk it down here. You finish part 2 on that ring finger. Immediately, I want you to have your eyes on where you're going to go. This is also a trick for the guitarists. Anyone who does not have the eyes on where they're going, but instead of still looking at the ring finger, they'll always miss the next note. Every time. But if you're aware that after you've done that, I'm looking at the 12th fret. That's where I'm about to put my pinky. I won't miss it. But if I'm not looking there, I will miss it every single time. So you're going to start off here. So after that, pinky on the 12th fret, when we're doing that diagonal position, we're going to go 12, 9, 10, 12. So 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12 on the A string. So 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12. Make sure you're using the right finger. So pinky, index, middle, pinky, index, middle, pinky. So dun, da, da, dun, da, da, dun. And listen to how it's moving on the beat. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Alright. Dun, da, da, dun, da, da, dun. So then I ascend my scale, I go to the 9th fret of the C string. So I go 9, 11 on the C string, then I go underneath for 9, 10 with my index middle. So index ring on the C, index middle pinky on the E. So that's 9, 10, 12. Then I go 9, 10 on the A string. So it goes sound like this. Ascend the scale. So once I get that 10, I now have a new starting point, the 9 of the A. So it's 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 11, 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 9. I'll slow it down if I keep saying the numbers, so let's hear what it sounds like without me saying anything. Again. Alright, once I do that, once I get that for that 9, 10, 9, now I'm just going to go up to the E string, and I'm going to go on the 10, 12, and then reach that 9 on the A. So I'm going to go 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 9. Alright, so ascend, stop at the 10, 9, 9. Alright, again. Alright, and I do that once. So after I do that 10, 12, 9 once, I immediately have another shift. I have my eyes on where I'm going. I'm going to the 6th fret on the C. Alright, and that's going to be our phrase. So it's going to go 6 with my index finger, then we shift to that 7. The same thing we're doing in that horizontal scale. So 6 to the 7 on the C string. So 6, 7, then I grab the 9 with my ring finger on the C string, then the 7 on the E string right underneath it. So, alright, so 1 and 2 and then I go back to my ring finger. So I go ring, index, ring. So I go back to my ring finger, index finger on the 7, then back to ring on the 9. So 6, 7, 9, 7 underneath, 9, 7, 9. Make sure you know whenever I'm saying like 2 7s, because I'm saying 7 on the C string and a 7 on the E string, you know which one I'm on. Don't just say, oh, he's saying 7, 7, so I'm going to play 7, 7 twice on the C string. No, it doesn't work like that. Make sure you're paying attention to how it sounds like, okay? So, our second phrase. Again, 6, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9. So let's take it from our first phrase. Now, a bit slower. Last time. Shift. Alright, then we go to that phrase right there. So once we go, we put our pinky on the 10th fret of our E string. It's ready to be held. The pinky should be ready to hold that note. And I go pinky, ring, pinky, index. So that is 10, 9, 10, 7. Alright, make sure you're using that pinky, ring, pinky, index. One other tip, notice how I'm not using my thumb to play all these. Alright, because if I use my thumb, it can start to get a little bit too quick and my thumb can't be able to handle it. Whereas if I'm using my fingers and I'm walking it like this, I can get super speed. I can go super quick. My thumb can't go that quick, but I can use my fingers and I can get really quick, okay? So also this is a really good chance to start using your fingers, and your thumb will just have to rest on one of these strings so it doesn't keep ringing out as you're playing other strings. So that's allowing me to get good speed. So anyway, back to that. So that was 10, 9, 10, 7. Then I do another walk down. So 10, 9, 10, 7, 10, 9, 7. So pinky, ring, pinky, index, pinky, ring, index. Da, 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 dun, da, da, dun. Then we keep going from there. So what I'm doing there is, So I go up to that ring finger on the 9th fret of the C string. So I'm going 9, 7, 9, 7, 9 with my ring finger, 7 with my index. So I'm going 9, 7, 9, 7, 6 with my index, 7 with my index, 9. 9, 7, 9, 7, 6, 7, 9. From that third phrase, up, 9, 7, 9, 7, 6, 7, 9. And I'm literally just ascending the scale again. So, alright, so after that, 9, 7, 9, 7, 6, 7, 9. I go underneath for 7, 9, 10. Index, ring, pinky. 7, 9, 10. 7, 9, 10, 7. I land back on that 7 of the E string. So that phrase is. So once again, 3, 4, and da da dun. That's the offbeat on the and. 3, 4. 9, 7, 9, 7, 6, 7, 9, 7, 9, 10, 7. Without me saying anything. 3, 4. Alright, once I get back to that 7, I do another walk down. Alright, so I walk back down with my pinky, ring, index. Then I shift my index to the 9th fret of the E, and then I put that 10th fret of the E with my middle finger. So walk down, shift, and write down in that diagonal position. And then I play the whole scale from up here. Then I start again, alright? So that would be, when I'm playing that whole scale again, I'm on the 9th fret of the C. I go index, ring, so that's 9, 11 on the C string. Index, middle, pinky on the E string. So that is on the 9, 10, 12 of the E strings. So far, we have 9, 11, 9, 10, 12, 9, 11, 9, 10, 12. Then I go underneath, 9, 10, 12, and I finish it there. So, and I literally start again by playing that same note my pinky's on. So it's kind of like you're playing it twice. The second time to start, the first time to finish. So this finishes the whole phrase. Start. Okay? So let's take it from where we walk it down on that third phrase, from the pinky on the 10th fret. Alright, so let's do that nice and slow. 3, 4. Shift, up the scale. I'll play it the second time. Let's do it even slower. I know some of you are like, hey, Mr. B, that's too quick. I'm like, yeah, it's too quick, but you're going to get quick enough to play it. So let's go again, nice and slow. It's good to take things slow so we can get it quick. 3, 4, and da da dum. Shift. Again. 3, 4, and once you reach there for the second time you play that pinky, you've started the whole phrase again. So let's now take it from the top of that third part, on that 12th fret of the A string. 3, 4 on the beat. Up the scale. And we shift the 6. Pinky power. On that third phrase. Repeat. shift to the 6. Oh. Then after you do the second time, when you do that walk up, you go back to that first note you played, which was the 9th fret on the A string, okay? So let's go again from part 3, even slower, so we can really get those notes. 3, 4, 1. Pinky power. Walk it down and shift. Shift now. Up the scale. Double. Start again. And I finish right there on that 8th fret. No, that's the 10th fret of the A string. Okay? So, you really have to spend a bit of time on that. And the best way to be able to play this is not just crumbing the numbers, crumbing the notes. It is being able, this is a very important trick if you're trying to play melodies and play lead lines, it's being able to sing it. If you can sing it or whistle it or hum the tune, then you've really got the tune and it's going to be a lot easier to play it. So if you know your scales, you know what the melody, the tune sounds like, then playing it becomes a lot easier because you're able to say, wait, that's not the way it goes. So try and sing it to yourself. See if you can go. Alright, so see if you can be able to sing it and you'll be able to play it a whole lot easier. So let's now do it from part 2 to part 3. Part 3 was from here. I'm only going to do it once, really slow, so we can get on and keep going to part 4 and put the whole thing together. So here's from part 2, 3, 4. Draw the A chord. Shift. Shift again, underneath. Middle finger. Index finger. Walk it down. Ring finger. Start again, repeat. Part 2. Draw the A. Shift and underneath. Middle finger. Index finger. I did a different position there. Repeat part 3. Shift up the scale. So now we are in part 4 and it's the same part as part 1 except for the ending. It goes. Alright, so all we're doing is repeating part 1. So we start on that 9th fret of the A, go down to the 7 of the A, to the 5 of the A, to the 4 of the A, to the 2. Then instead of going to the 0, I'm going to the 2. Big move from the 2 to the 14, and then to the 12. So I'm trying to get that 14 with my pinky. So 2, 14, 12. Then I play my open A string, then my open G string. Alright, so it's 2, 14, 12, open A, open G, 7 with my pinky on the A, 7, 4 with my index finger, 5, 5 with my middle, So one time from that 2 to the 14. 2, 14, 12, open A, open G, 7, 4, 5, 5. So let me put the whole of part 4 together. Nice and easy. Part 1 and part 4, nice and easy. Part 2, a little bit harder. Part 3, that's where the money is. All right, so let's get part 4. Here we go. 14. Have your eyes on where you're going. Open A, open G. All right. Nice and easy. Let's take it from part 3 to part 4. We're working backwards. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Second time. Shift. Pinky. Part 4. 2. 2. Then here we go. 14, 12, open A, open G, 7, 4, finish together. All right, if you didn't get that, rewind and let's get it. Now let's go from part 2 to part 3 to part 4. So pinky on the 5th fret of the A. 3, go. Walk it down. Ring finger. Repeat. Part 2. Draw the A. Shift. 7th fret. Shift underneath. Part 3. Eyes on the 12. Repeat. Part 4. Make sure those notes are ringing. Don't cut them off. Here we go. 2 to the 14. Now. Open A, open G, 7, 4, 5, 5. All right, let's now try the whole thing one time through from part 1 to part 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let those notes ring, nice and slow. Repeat. Let them ring. Part 2. Repeat part 2. Get ready for part 3. Eyes on the 12th fret. Now. Shift. Pinky. part 3. Part 4. Let them ring. Get ready? After that, 2, 14. Have your eyes on the 14. Go. Let it ring. All right, and that's your melody. Nice, easy stuff, except the middle part's nice and challenging. Everyone can do this as long as you put in the time. Remember, slow it down, practice it by yourself. Don't always practice with a video. The video's here to teach you, to show you, to instruct you, and you're there to learn, and then take it away by yourself. Eventually, the video, you don't need the video anymore. You should be able to know it perfectly by yourself. And that there is your melody. Make sure you practice it well. You have it super internalized, and the count is very simple. You just give it a nice 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. All right, that's how you and your partner are gonna start it. Super simple. Just make sure it's a moderate speed. Have fun practicing.